guys, I am ArielG, and if you are new here, thank you so much for checking out my video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your love and support and coming along with me as I go on this debt-free journey. Okay, so today guys, we are actually gonna go ahead and budget for the month of February's paycheck. And this is going to pretty much tell us what it is that I need to bring home. So I have been working overtime at my job. So I'm really hoping that whatever it is that I need to bring is what exactly will be coming on this month's paycheck. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Let's jump right in. So we are looking for February to be covered from February 3rd till about March 2nd. And then after March 2nd, that's when the next paycheck will actually cover for the month of March. So I normally budget my city pay. As of right now, that is the only income that I have, but of course I am working on other streams of income. But I normally try to budget about $1,500. I normally work a lot of overtime, so I have more than $1,500 rolling in at most times. But for me, I was always taught to budget your lowest paycheck with all of your bills. So the let's zoom you guys in just a little bit here. So what we're gonna go ahead and do for this month, we're gonna go ahead and budget for rent. And rent for February is actually already paid, but I normally take the next month's rent out of my prior check. So February's rent came out of January's paychecks. So March rent will come out of February's paychecks. So I have rent, I have my utilities, my internet, which is Comcast, my car notes, car insurance, my phone, my son's school, and life insurance. And I hope you guys are really, especially during these times with the pandemic and COVID, just a lot of chaos and trauma happening with COVID. I hope you guys are really taking in consideration of getting your life insurance, your wills together, your trust funds together. You never know what the case may be, what will happen. I really when I say I encourage life insurance to the fullest, I encourage life insurance to the fullest. It's so important, guys. I know we don't like to hear about how we're gonna plan for our death, but that's the only thing that's promised. So, you definitely don't want to leave your family in any kind of debt or fighting over who gets what or anything of that sort. So I really encourage life insurance and everything else that you do. Unfortunately, our life expectancy, it used to be 65, 70 or longer, but with today's society, it seems that our life expectancy is starting to shorten, by the age of 4. And that's really, really sad, but to say, but unfortunately that's the world that we're living in at the moment. So please take in consideration your life insurance for sure. Okay, let me get up off my life insurance soapbox. You know how strongly I feel about life insurance and everything else. But with that being said, now I am actually going to budget this as if I am doing a single income, but of course, you know, rent, utilities, Comcast, and my son's school normally gets split in two. But for just the budget portion, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it as if I'm doing this as a single income home, and you know, just figure out what it is that needs to be brought. So for rent, our rent is $1,830. For my utilities, I just like to budget for $300 because our house is a little bit bigger than our previous house, so it uses, and it's a smart home, so it uses a little bit more electricity than just a regular home. So it really isn't ever $300, but that's kind of what I still budget for just in case. And if I have anything left over, it stays in that account and just rolls over. For the internet, it has gone down to about $85. My car note is $462.20. My car insurance is $303. If you guys, I think I say this in just about every video that I budget with my car insurance, if you guys know of any car insurance that might just be a little bit cheaper than $300 a month, I would love to know. So please tell me something in the comments, guys, because I'm like really searching for some new insurance. I feel like this is a little high for an older model vehicle that I have. For my phone, it's gonna be about $200. Now, it's never actually $200, but I do like to budget up just a little bit because I have my phone, my watch, and my tablet all on my phone bill. So that's just what I go ahead and round it up for. For my son's school, it's now that a month is $480. And then for life insurance, I really think my policy has gone up, but I'll have to double check. The last I saw, it was like $66. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add that up to see what we are looking like for the bills. Okay, so for our bills, we are looking at $3,726.20. Now keep in mind that, like I said, I have certain bills that will be split in half, so this isn't probably not the exact amount that I need to bring home for my actuals, but it's still what I'm looking at for my monthly bills. Now we're gonna go ahead and go down to our cash envelopes. Now this is also just some things that I need to bring home as far as what I'm gonna budget for things that I spend pretty much on a daily. So for that, I have my gas, food for like groceries, or if I need to grab something while I'm at work, my household, and I always do miscellaneous because I feel like sometimes I overspend, which leaves me in a lot of different other chaos, so in other amounts. So I may overspend in gas or food normally, and always I overspend in food. So I have my miscellaneous just in case I do. So with that being said, I budget for the month $160 for gas, $150 for food, $160 for my household, and then another $160 for miscellaneous. Now, like I said, this is just for the month, and to be honest with you, food is normally about $300, but that we definitely split up because, you know, my household eat like like it's like 12 of us and it's only 3. So this is my half portion of the food. So we can add that up. So for the cash envelopes, we need to try to bring in $630. Now, like I stated, this is just for the month. This may not even be exactly what we end up getting for the month of February. But for right now, that is what we are wanting to try to budget for. So that's what we're gonna hope to bring in. So next, we're gonna have our sinking funds. And for our sinking funds, now, sinking funds to me as of right now, it's almost never guaranteed, but it is something I look forward into doing pretty soon. And then maybe I'll be able, you know, if I'm able to do it, I can go ahead and try to set up my sinking fund folder with you guys, because that's, like I said, sinking funds is definitely something that is necessary for your future. If you don't know what sinking funds are, sinking funds is pretty much where you set money aside for things that you know for a fact are gonna happen, especially if they're annual. So like birthdays, Christmas, if you're traveling, for emergency funds, for whatever it is that come up for you, especially something that you need to plan for in the near future. So for example, I know that for my 30th birthday, I definitely want to be able to go out of town for my birthday. So I'm going to do my best to try to put money aside for that trip. So for my sinking funds, we have birthdays, of course, Christmas, travel, we have entertainment. That to me is more so if me and my boyfriend decide we want to go on a date, instead of just randomly spending money on this date, we actually will have money set aside that we can budget for. Definitely want to do, because we are still working on our emergency fund. We have a different kind of plan. The pandemic kind of changed what we were trying to do. So we're trying to put more money into our emergency fund. That way, if by any means necessary, we've already caught COVID twice. If we, God forbid, end up catching it again, you know, we'll have money set aside just in case we need to, you know, just in case we need it. So for that, I would like to budget $100 for birthday, $100 for Christmas, $150 for travel, $100 for entertainment, and $190 for the emergency fund. And once again, now this is all me. This is not split in half. This isn't, you know, anything having to deal with my boyfriend. This is all something that I would like to do. So let's go ahead and add this up and see what we may need to bring. Excuse me, to see what we need to bring in for that. For this, we need to bring in $640. Now, for debt, I have decided that I definitely want to go ahead and get rid of some of my active debts, which is like my credit cards. And I do owe my sister some money, so I definitely want to go ahead and try to get rid of those debts and then try to go ahead and tackle any of my other debts that I did on my debt confession or debt update. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it above so you can kind of see that, especially the updated one. And y'all, I'm like probably gonna keep doing some of those because you just never know, like something always pops up, and I always want to make sure that I take care of everything when it comes to my debt. So right now, the active debts that I currently have, it's gonna be 3 of my credit cards, which is Discover, Capital One, my Apple credit card, and paying off my sister. So what I would like to budget for this, $25 for the first 2 credit cards, $177 for my Apple, and then I would like to give my sister $183. Now I actually only owe her $550, but I think with that, I feel like I could probably just split $550 up in 2, and then that'll be the rest of the money that I owe her. But I went ahead and split it up in 3 for just in case, and I believe it was 3, and I ended up coming up with 183. Yeah, it was like divide 550 divided by 3, and I ended up coming up with 183. So we're gonna add these up, and it gives us a total of $410. So as of right now, I don't have any extra savings because the savings that I wanted or that I want to budget for is still my emergency fund. And so I don't have any extra savings. However, the entire monthly budget, what I actually need to bring home, so for the month, like I said, this is just the entire month. For the month of February, I need to try to bring in $5,406.20, and that's just for the month of February to make it go right. Now, like I said, I always budget my paycheck to be $1,500. It's not always that amount. Most times it is more, and depending if I took off of work or not, sometimes it could be less. But anytime I take off of work, I try to work overtime either before or after to kind of make up for what I missed. That way my checks can stay balanced, or try at least to stay balanced. Now for this check, it actually may not stay balanced because I've done overtime, but it wasn't as much as I wanted, but I've still done something. So hopefully it gives me something to add up. I'll probably be doing a lot, I'll definitely be doing a lot more overtime, especially this year. So hopefully it gives me what we need for the exact month. And then we will actually bring this back out at the end of the month. So probably around like March 3rd is when we'll bring this sheet back out, and we'll go over and see what February's month was like. So I can't wait to do my February paycheck 2 with you all, and we're gonna go from there and see how that works out. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm so happy that you guys have decided to come along with me as I take this journey to financial debt freedom. And yeah, thanks guys. Bye.